Oh, what's going on here? Straight to go to the market. And now we're in a right turn only lane, so what's it going to do? Oh, that's a disengagement. And we need to be on the inner side of the outer, if that makes sense. Yes! There it is. That's freaking it! But the off-gassing is so bad. I have got out-of-spec details, full recommended kit for removing off-gassing, because it is just terrible in this car. All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Now Teslafy. I am in a Cybertruck, my brand new Cybertruck. We're doing my test loop one for the first time. I just got the holiday update for the Cybertruck, which includes v13.2.2, I believe. Let's double check that just to be sure. Yep, 13.2.2. And I've been using V13. I only had the Cybertruck a couple of days now. I had to go out of town to get it. But so glad I did. I did an FSD transfer from my Model Y, so full-on upgraded hardware and obviously upgraded everything. Now Teslafy upgraded fully to the max, right? So it is Christmas Eve. I don't expect a ton of traffic, but I really wanted to get this drive done because we're expecting snow here tomorrow. Oh, right into this merge lane. That has been a rare occurrence on this on this loop. I'm expecting a whole new ball game here because obviously my Model Y, if you haven't watched the channel before, first welcome, and definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you get updated for everything. I've got tons of accessory videos coming up and everything. You can watch my past videos for what has happened before in my Model Y. Hardware 3 version 12.5.4.2.2. It's crazy. Anyway, terrible version. So glad to be on this because it's already way better, and obviously in a massive sized vehicle too. So, all right. That's a lot, I know. Thank you for sticking with me here. But I don't know what to expect. I am so excited for this drive, and I had to do it because, again, we're getting snow. Snow is a bit more challenging, although it's going to be interesting to see how V13 handles it. But we got bare streets, probably not a whole lot of traffic because it is 10:38 on Christmas Eve, and yeah, people are home with their families, or maybe they're out drinking. I don't know. But we're gonna go on our test loop. I've got two main areas that have always been a consistent issue with this loop, and one major one. The major one, man, this cough. The major issue is actually towards the end. Definitely use the chapter markers if you're wanting to skip ahead. I even use descriptions in the chapter markers to let you know if there's a disengagement or something too. So if that's what you're interested in, feel free to jump in there. I'm actually going to do this one uncut. I am literally just going to, I'll probably mute my coughs. Maybe not. We'll see. But I really want to just get this out there and show everybody how V13 does on this test loop in the Cybertruck. I've got like a whistle from this left side. I think it's tied to the wheel, tire, maybe front motor. It's only at just below 30. It might be the wheel cover. I might have to peel the wheel cover off and see if that fixes it. Anyway, yeah, not a lot of traffic to contend with. This usually is my first challenge, so it's not a roundabout itself, but it's yielding to traffic that's coming out of this roundabout, and is actually fairly tricky because we have to yield to traffic that's like behind us. So, no issue here. Also with V13, which is new for me, if you've been watching other people's V13 videos, we've got our new profiles, which are available for city and street. I'm in the standard mode here. This update also includes this awesome new rear camera view. Oh, we got to, I'm gonna, sorry, skip that, shoot. So that's not part of my normal loop. And we'll get up here. All right. Nope, I don't know what it's, oh, that's not right. So this might be cut at least a little bit. Okay, we're on track now. Still getting used to only the buttons here and even just kind of some of the layout stuff. But anyway, as I was saying, let's increase the viz here. We've got wide angle, 1.25 zoom, which is nice. Might leave it on that because that feels like that's a closer to what I'd expect to see out of my rear view mirror. Or I guess from the back camera. Good speed here, 34 is totally appropriate. Sometimes it can go a little bit fast, but so far this is good. And then I apologize if you can see all the off-gassing issues for, oh my gosh, it's just so bad. All right, good, slowing down. It was a fast slowdown, but it wasn't jerky at all. It wasn't hitting the brakes, and oh yeah, I gotta see, I don't even know if defogging is gonna help. We will find out. But the off-gassing is so bad. I have got out-of-spec details, full recommended kit for removing off-gassing because it is just terrible in this car. That's probably my main complaint about delivery of this vehicle, is that they really didn't clean it. And I would expect the off-gassing, but it's really bad. So So I'm sorry if that is interfering with what you're seeing in the video. All right, coming up here to our right turn. Now, if you are new to the channel, again, welcome. This is what I call the Pybus challenge. The bottom of the hill is a Pybus market, and this lane, the very first right lane, is a right turn only lane. It should have turned in, just like here, but if it stays in this lane, it has to turn right. We need to go straight to get to the market, which means it needs to get into the left lane. Often what will happen is it will get into the bottom of this lane and go straight. And look at that. Right turn only, got into the appropriate lane. This is gonna be a pass. So normally it would get in the right lane and actually still try and go straight even though it's right turn only. So that's what V12 would do in my Model Y. So far this is perfect. So, and that has been an issue on and off throughout the history of my vehicle. When I first started the, oh, what's going on here? Straight to go to the market. And now we're in a right turn only lane, so what's it gonna do? Oh, that's a disengagement. Wow, why did it get into the right-hand turn lane to go straight? So that's a fail. So new Pybus challenge. Pybus challenge strikes again. So gosh dang it, that's frustrating. Let's get our return. So disengagement for, again, being in a right turn only lane and trying to go straight. So it's essentially the exact same problem as at before those train tracks, and now we have that after it gets past the train tracks and wanting to go to the market in that right, but it was in the right lane, so it had to move over. It's just, that's wacky. So, gosh dang it, I had such high hopes 13 would just get this done. But, nope. And I, of course, got distracted and wasn't able to leave a voice note. But, well, I call the Pybus challenge for a reason. It's been a consistent issue on and off for 3 years. Although that is a first. That disengagement specifically was a first. Pretty slow around here. I think a little unnecessarily without any traffic. But it's, I guess, smooth. Alright, so another unprotected left here. And normally when it's high traffic, that's a lot more interesting because it's, while there's no turn, median, two-way turn lane, it still has to jump into a lane. So with traffic, 2 lanes of traffic going in each direction. But yeah, overall, so far my experience with the Cybertruck has been nothing short of awesome outside of just the dirtiness of the car. And it also pains me being that it's like the middle of winter. It's basically futile to do a super deep clean. So my goal is to, I got the outside, I did a good just kind of power wash today at a regular car wash place. And just got some of the basic debris that's collected over the last couple of days and probably from the life of its vehicle. Not too deep, but enough to just get it looking presentable. And then my main goal is just to get the glass, especially the inside of the glass, immaculate now. So at least I know that the inside is well taken care of and any issues will then be on the outside. But it is so spacious in here, like the things that you would expect from a truck, right? The spaciousness of it. I think Tesla gets that done even a little bit more with this like open area here below the main dashboard, and just the fact that the dash is just a bar essentially. So it feels ginormous in here. It feels big. And then conversely is obviously the, oh yes, this used to be so slow. This has got some nuts to it. Let's do it. Get around this circle. Perfect. So yeah, every time we would get up here and slow down a little bit. I would like to see that continue. Immediately getting into this lane. So this is our next challenge. I'll get back to the Cybertruck stuff here in a minute. I'm going to interject that in between. But our next challenge is we need to be in this middle lane, and we're going to be exiting off this bridge. It's an exit. You can be in the right-hand lane, and that takes you in this inner loop, and this outer lane, which we want to be in, which kind of is the outer loop of the same exit. But this outer loop also takes you to a different exit. So it splits right here, and we need to be on the inner side of the outer, if that makes sense. Yes! There it is. That's freaking it! Yes! Well done, Tesla. If that's a consistent thing, gonna have to do it again and again and again. I do this loop so many damn times a day, and it practically never has gotten it right. A couple of times in my playlist, in fact, maybe if I remember it, up here I'll link to the one time it did it, I think in V11. I don't think it has ever done it in V12. Maybe early V12. I can't remember, but it was inconsistent. So I'm hoping that this is consistently fixed. If that's fixed, the Pybus market, the Pybus challenge can fly a kite. I only do that because it's been a consistent issue since I started. It's then in my test loop and presented a challenge right at that spot, which is an easy thing, should be an easy thing to fix that hasn't been fixed. But that off ramp is key. I don't know what it was with maybe the lower resolution cameras in hardware 3. It's harder to see that dotted line, but even when they were freshly painted, it still struggled with it. So good stuff. Love it. So I'm hoping that Pybus challenge fail will be the only disengagement. No interventions. And we've even had good speed control here, which speed was also either too fast or too slow, was also an issue in my Hardware 3 12.5.4.2. And I'm so sorry, Hardware 3 guys. I was in there with you guys in there, and I, all honesty, did not see myself not only getting a new Tesla at all, let alone a Cybertruck. The fact that I'm in this car is essentially a miracle. Is what how I'll put it. I won't go into details, but it is absolutely bonkers how this basically fell into my lap and just worked out. And it's my dream vehicle. This, for the first time, I am driving my dream vehicle. Don't get me wrong, I love my Model Y, but I reserved the Cybertruck first when I saw it. That was going to be my first Tesla, but I was like, hey, you know what? These could possibly appreciate in value. No, that's unfortunately not the case. But I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and for now, since I knew I had years to wait, and in fact I figured even with the reservation number when I reserved, which was probably like a year after they announced it, even though I watched it, I loved it. From the very beginning I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make that even happen. And so, but then came a time I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna reserve a Cybertruck. And then I was like, well, I might as well get a Model Y to tie me over, get used to electric driving, get into the Tesla. Again, I ended up landing a really great job and could definitely afford it. So I was like, let's just jump in with a Model Y, and absolutely loved it. But this, you guys, this is my dream car, and I'm in it right now, and it's basically still so surreal. It's everything I want out of a vehicle, and this is me personified. If I was to describe myself as a vehicle, it is this. It's heavy, it's steel, it's a larger vehicle that's imposing, it's tech, it's minimal. I mean, I'm a designer, and minimal design is my thing. Simple is better. So the design ethos of this vehicle is absolutely me as well. It's insane. It really is. Like, I couldn't say that I could have designed this myself. With the exception, when I was a kid, I absolutely drew triangles for trucks. That was a thing. So maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. I drew a ton as a kid. All right. So we are done with the first test loop, and so close with that stupid Pybus challenge. Why did it get into that right lane? That was the only disengagement we had. Just a travesty. And if it wasn't for that, then we would have had an absolutely perfect drive, nailed the test loop. It's only happened once with V12 in my Model Y, where I got a complete zero disengagement, zero intervention drive, and yeah, it's just crazy. So with that said, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I promise the next video I will shout out my subscribers. I meant to do that here, but I was so anxious to get in. I always try to shout out all my new subscribers from my last FSD video to the new one who have subscribed in that video. So if you want to shout out, be sure you get subscribed, and I'll put your name on the screen. I'll thank you in person, because you guys' subscriptions really mean a lot. I'm less than 50 away from getting to 1,000 subs, which will enable me to maybe make a little money. I have no clue how much YouTube does for that, and if it's even worth it, but it's a goal I've had for years. I've actually had this channel for years, so, and I've tried not to do the whole spamming everything. Anyway, long story short, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Now Tesla 5.